Den. Let's face it, they could have filed these motions a long time ago, not wanting television coverage and wanting to monitor the jurors' tweets, but they waited till the 11th hour. Jordan Rose, are they playing the system?
I think this is kind of a Hail Mary because this is all they have, Jane. All they have is delay, because if they delay, they think, well, heck, you know, maybe she'll read a bunch of books to people in jail and the jury pool will feel sorry for her. Delay can only help their case. And so it's like justice delayed is justice denied. And in this case, the further they delay, the more hope they have that somehow our prosecutor here in Arizona will drop the case, not go for death, or she'll be sympathetic. Not going to happen, but that's their hope, and I think that's their ploy by filing motions late in the day last week.
John Lieberman, what do you think?
Well, they're just, look, the bottom line is they're just delaying the inevitable. I mean, Jodi's either going to be in prison the rest of her life or she's going to go to death row. What I find ironic, Jane, is this motion to ban live TV cameras from the courtroom. You won't find anybody who loved the cameras more, both before the trial, during the trial, and after the trial, than Jodi Arias. How ironic now that her attorneys are saying, we don't want any cameras in there, when she gobbled up those cameras during interviews before, in the courtroom during, being up there 18 days, and then afterwards doing even more TV interviews. It's outrageous.
Criminal defense attorney Danny Savala, she wants it both ways, as John said. Oh, when she wants the cameras, come on, line up, I'm going to do those interviews. But when she doesn't want them, when it's not to her benefit, get rid of the cameras. That's not the way it's supposed to work, Danny.
Well, just because she's a problematic client, that doesn't mean that she isn't entitled to the Arizona rule, which provides a pretty simple balancing test. Irrespective of what Jodi Arias has done in terms of giving interviews, it's whether or not the potential danger, the burden of televising an event is outweighed by the benefits. And if the state can't articulate any benefits, if the media can't articulate benefits, then there are some very serious prejudice that is going on. There's Alice LaViolette, who specifically feels afraid and is not testifying now.
But
she
Danny,
shouldn't be
if
denied
Alice is so
being
afraid,
able to call
Danny,
witnesses in her defense.
If Alice is so afraid, Danny, why is she coming out doing interviews?
We don't just throw the First Amendment out the window. We allow cameras in the courtroom. It's important for the public to know.
Well, let's go right to the gentleman who did this incredible interview. Domestic violence expert Alice LaViolette told our very own CNN correspondent Ted Rowlands that she feels sorry and sad over all the anger that the public directed at her and at Jodi Arias. Listen to this.
I was so sad that people were filled with such hatred for somebody they didn't know. And I'm talking about Jodi, not just me.
Ted Rowlands, first of all, excellent exclusive. Kudos on getting that interview. But what is she talking about? Why is she still defending Jodi Arias when it's been made pretty clear that most of what she said on the stand was twisted, if not outright lies from beginning to end? I mean, it sounds like Alice LaViolette is still believing that she killed in self-defense, even though the prosecutor proved that the bullet casing landed in blood, which means that her version of events is just not true.
Yeah, and the reason is that she is definitely, you can spin it any way you want, she believes in Jodi Arias' story. She believes Jodi Arias, and I pressed her on that. I said, listen, you know, the jury believes this was first-degree murder. I haven't said I believe it's first-degree murder. What do you think this is? And she said, well, maybe second-degree murder. She's convinced, after getting to know Jodi and hearing all of this and looking all of it at this, that this was a self-defense scenario and that she was a victim of domestic violence. That's her opinion, and that's why she was brought in by the defense, and that's why she was on the stand in defense of Jodi.